morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, wherever you are. Thank you for attending this amazing conference, and thank you for donating, also donating. So you can go to the link, you can use the code, and this is not only for teachers, not only for participants, for attendees. This is for family members, this is for friends, this is for students, this is for colleagues, this is for the community members. So share this ideas of donating and help us reach the goal. So my name is Suazo, and I'm a fellow trainer for the Institute for Collaborative Learning, I4CL, based here in Costa Rica. And today I'm going to talk about using community builders to learn and live with others. Okay, let me go to the next slide. So I'm going to start this talk using this quote from Clifton Talbot, and I'm going to focus on three keywords: time, community, and long-lasting benefits. So building a community sense takes time. And then it's not only one thing I do once a year, once a semester, once a week. It's something I do with a frequency, and the benefits are long-lasting benefits. So that's what we're talking about today. This is my experience in my classroom. This is my personal experience. Sometimes I got feelings, and I don't know why I have these feelings. What needs are unmet or met. So that's the same idea I find in the classroom. So when I ask students, how are you doing? They say good, but I don't feel the energy that is good. So I ask questions and questions, and then it's good, and it's good, and it's good. So maybe my observation is maybe the language. So they need the language to express what the needs are. And the idea of identifying needs is for the community to identify different strategies to satisfy those needs. So I ask a set of questions, like these two questions. They work in small groups or in pairs, depending on the setting of the classroom. And the idea is, as a whole group, we together identify what our needs are. So at the bottom in the box, you can see some of the most frequent needs I find in classrooms. So the idea of identifying these needs is, what can I do as a teacher? What can we do as community members, including the students, to bring or create opportunities to find strategies to satisfy these needs? And as you can see, one of the needs is community, a connection, inclusion, belonging, and that's why. And these two pictures are pictures of my students, and this is what I want in my classroom. In every classroom I go, this is what I need to find, and this is what I need to create, or I need to be part of. So these two groups of students, you can see them playing around. They have created deep connections. They are human essence to human essence, connected to collaborate, to contribute, to help each other, to serve each other. But this is the context sometimes I find in my classroom. This is my personal experience. So sometimes I go to a class, and the moment I start teaching the lesson is in the moment when my students start a different journey. So some of my students will start checking their social media, tweeting, checking text, checking audio text, sending text, talking to each other, and not paying attention. So there's no focus on what they do, and there's no motivation. There's something going on there. But this is what I want. What I want is what I have in the pictures here. I want students to connect to each other, helping each other, working together, collaborating for learning. So there are many different ideas to do to create this community sense, to build up these deep connections. And some of the ideas are class activities. And these are four very common and frequent class activities: icebreaker, warm-ups, energizers, and community builders. I'm gonna focus on community builders. So the thing is with community builders is when to do it, how to do it, and why to do it. Here at the Institute for Collaborative Learning, we start our day or training sessions with a community builder. And personally, I not only start the day, but also end the day. Or in the middle of the class, I use community builders because I'm trying to create opportunities. I'm trying to find strategies with students to satisfy our needs. That's the idea. So the more needs I have, the more community builders we need to do in class. And this is the thing with some of the teachers I have talked to, some of the program directors or school principals I have talked to, and then they say, no time. I have a lot to cover. I have a lot of content to cover. And I have 20, 40, 50 students. I don't have time to do this. I don't have time to plan this. And I say, well, I totally understand what you're saying. You have a lot to cover. You have to maybe write reports about what you're doing. You have to do some assessment. Or students need to take some tests. And then they need to, the content is also included in the tests. But I say, this is my belief. The more connected the students are, the easier, faster learning is. And the opposite also happens. But the more connected the students are, the faster learning is. So I'm gonna share a couple of ideas, if I have time, 1 or 2 ideas of what a community builder is. And then I'm gonna talk about the elements, the essentials of community builders. So one of my favorite community builders is My Life in Number. So, and this is very simple to plan. It requires maybe seconds to plan. So I ask students on a piece of paper, on a Post-it note, on the palm of the hands, on the whiteboard. So they write 3 numbers that are meaningful to them in their life. So I ask students to work in pairs or in small groups, and they start guessing what the meaning is behind the numbers. So and they start asking questions, they start answering questions, they start having conversation about their own life. So they are more open, vulnerable, and ready to get to know more about each other. So at the end of the lesson, I ask students as a large group to share some commonalities, some similarities, or some differences, so we can accept who we are. They accept me as a teacher, as who I am, and this is very important. So in the community builder, the teacher is another community member. So because it's not about students getting to know each other, it's about students getting to know more about me, and me getting to know more about the students. So at the end of the activity, at the end of each community builder, we process this. And I say, oh my God, you know what? I talked to Juan and he has 16 siblings. Oh my God, everybody is like, oh my God, and I have 24 siblings. We have commonalities. We have very busy parents. And then we start like creating this energy, and the students like, oh, I'm gonna get to know more about Juan. I'm gonna get to know more about the teacher with 24 siblings. That's crazy. Let's do more of this, more of that. So that creating this opportunity for students to say, oh my God, so we are similar in many, many different things. This is another example of community builder. So I have set of questions, and I use different ideas. I can use popsicle foam sticks. So each student or participant has a color, and the color they have is the color that corresponds to the questions. So in the mingle activity, they go and ask questions. And then, of course, these questions can be changed, depends on the needs of the students. And again, at the end of the community builder, we as a large group, we get together and we share answers we got from participants, from students. So it's so beautiful to see how much information we get from each other. Beautiful to see not only inside the classroom, and then to see students outside the classroom talking about the community builder. So, oh, I heard your favorite color is brown. Oh, my favorite color is black. And then they have conversations outside the classrooms. So these are some of the essentials why a community builder is so important to satisfy or find a strategy to satisfy some of the students' needs. So it has this strong getting to know each other, as I was explaining, right? To work together with somebody, I need to be connected. So adults, we don't get connected just like magic. So get connected, go and work together, go blink magic. No, 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 no. So we first need to get to know each other. So in Spanish, we have this word confianza. We need to have this confianza, trust each other, respect each other, accept each other. So we need to get to build up this sense of a community sense, and we need to get to know each other for that. So we also need to find similarities, commonalities, and promote different values like respect, tolerance. And these activities also result in growing sense of belonging, which is very important. So thank you so much for this opportunity for this talk. And don't forget, donate. And I hope you can start working and thinking about community builders. Thank you so much.